Thanks for showing up today. This is a brand new edition of The Rundown with Ramon, the Celebrity CEO show. I'm absolutely glad you decided to show up today. Not for me per se, but I'm not going to say not totally for me because I'm glad you're here. If you weren't here, it'd be a lonely show, but I'm glad you showed up here for yourself. Today, we have a special edition of the show, and it's all about mindset. Most likely, this is nothing that you haven't heard of before, but I felt to bring you something that was on my heart to remind you that mindset is the game changer for life's success. Some of you may have seen the video, the famous Instagram handle, I think it's called Hard Knocks of Business, something like that, where a young man goes with a small little microphone and interviews very wealthy entrepreneurs. He asked them, what's the most amount of money you lost? He asked them if you came from money. He asked them, what's your secret of success? And more or less, they all talk about the same thing, that it's just persistence, just keep going on. It's hard work. And I want to touch on some of those things today to remind us today that the recipe for success is often paved through the road of hard work. The recipe for success is often paved with the road of others who were not able to be as successful as you are because they just made other choices and decided not. So we'll touch on some of those things today. And I'm glad you decided to say yes. Glad you decided to be here in a brand new edition. For you, it could be 3 p.m. It could be in the middle of the night. It could be the morning. You could be on the train. You could be with your kid, with your husband, with your spouse. You could be at church. You could be anywhere. It doesn't matter. I'm glad you decided to join me for a brand new edition of this show, where we do one thing and one thing alone: inspire you to live your best life, inspire you to start or grow your business. Wondering who I am? My name is Ramon Ray, the Celebrity CEO. Get to know me better at CelebrityCEO.com. So let's dive into today's show, where we're going to touch on a few aspects of and the power of mindset that I cooked this show just for you. So sit back and learn with me today recipes for success. Let's go. So let's dive right into it. One thing I do want to say, I remember when COVID happened, as it were, more so said properly, when the government shut down here in the USA. I believe it was March timeframe 2020. Things were humming along just fine, as it were, and speaking engagements here and there, had a few good contracts here and there. And then, boom, the world stopped. President Trump declared, hey, we are shutting down America. Go home, everybody. Stay in your offices. All of our employment and work and more was upended like nobody's business, like we've never seen before, Ayanna. I remember that very clearly, and I had a choice to make, like many of you may have had a choice to make, especially those of you working for yourself. Do I crumble and fold up and cry? Well, I did that too for a period of time, for a few seconds. Or do I move forward and see what I can do for the sake of my family that I had to support, the responsibility to support? And so I made it happen. I got together. I produced an event. Sponsors included Microsoft, Salesforce, and AT&T. And I produced a Survive and Thrive Summit and was able to feed my family during a time of impoverishment where many could not do it. I remember that time very distinctly. Deborah Williams. I also remember when I was fired from the United Nations. I was working there for over 10 years at the United Nations, and I had permission to have a side business. You need permission usually to have a side business when you're a civil servant working for the United Nations, government jobs, some nonprofits, and etc. But I had permission, and there was someone there who was very jealous of me. They made a stink about what I was doing, and they told my bosses and put them in an uncomfortable position, so the permission was revoked. But I already had a taste of entrepreneurship, so I didn't give that up, and my contract was not renewed, or as I say, I was fired. So this is where it goes to the mindset is so important. What you decide to do in times of difficulty is the game-changing force. Very few people just have luck. Luck is a small percentage of it. I'm going down the block this way. Ayanna's going down the block this way, and she bumps into $1 million. It happens. I'm sitting on the couch here. Deborah's sitting on the couch there. And hey, I'm the one who has the roof cave in over me. It happens. But so luck is an important part of success in some way, but it's not the determining factor. The determining factor is our mindset who are around what we do. That is the determining factor. You take a look at somebody like Kobe Bryant. His story is legendary. His story is known. You can just go and chat GPT or Google it. And there's many like him, many of the athletes that are best of the best in any sport. That Mamba mentality Kobe Bryant will talk about and tell you about, where he determined to be the best of the best. It was all about mindset. I'll wake up in the morning earlier. I'll practice harder. I have a mindset that I must win and I must dominate. He's played when he was sick. He's played, I believe, even when he had a sprained ankle. I think. I know he played on a fever. May not have played when he had a sprained ankle. But you get the point I'm making. His story is legendary. Yes, was he better than others? I do think he had an extra bit of hot sauce talent, yes. But there could have been other guys on the team, other girls in other sports who had also great talent, but they didn't practice as hard. They didn't practice the right way. Maybe they didn't have the high degree of winning mentality like Kobe Bryant had. This is the question of the day that we get to answer for ourselves. What is the mindset that we have? And do we have a mindset to win? And sports exudes this so much. Yes, it's talent. Yes, it's practice, but it's also one has the mindset to dominate and be the beast of the game, and one does not. To go to the military, take a look at special forces, which I study quite a bit and read quite a bit about special forces. All they say is don't quit. Yes, you must practice with excellence. Yes, you must do the evolutions correctly. That is sure. But many of them are simply about endurance and saying we just don't want to work with people who are going to give up, because on the battlefield, you will be the one that will give up on your team, and that could be death to more people than you know. You'll be one who will be giving up on the mission, and the mission must be completed, even many times when your life is at stake. And so, yes, we want people with operational excellence. We want people who've gone through certain training. Nobody's superhuman. It's the training you get. But then we need people who are dialed in with the right mindset, who will not give up, who will support the team at any cost, and who will support the mission at any cost. It's mindset for winning. Many of you, your businesses are not where it's to be today, not because of external forces. You may think it is. No, it's because something needs to be upgraded or changed with your mindset. Another movie I like quite a bit, is Will Smith's The Pursuit of Happiness. Some of you may have seen it. I hope most of you have seen it. What a wonderful movie of showing persistence. He was knocked down, put down, all kinds, trying to do this, trying to do that. He was painting something for his wife, I believe it was. He showed up late to the appointment. Showed up without a tie, without a suit in the office. The people kind of looked at him. They're like, man, you showed up like that. And he's like, well, I guess that shows I have a lot of drive. He used humor to diffuse the situation. It's not about how you're dressing. It's not about your skill set. It's not about where you were born. It's not about who your mommy is, who your daddy is. It's not about all those things. Not because it was raining today. It's about the gumption and drive and success and the mindset to win and to dominate and keep going forward and never give up. It sounds maybe sassy, passive, flimsy, slammy, but it's a real thing. And that's the message I wanted to bring today on the Rundown with Ramon, the Celebrity CEO Show. So some key points I want to drive us through today. Mindset is a choice. Yes, I agree. Maybe you've gone through severe abuse and you have trauma. I don't take that away from you. That's a tough road to get around. But it still is a choice. It still is a choice. There's millions of people, many people that have been abused, many people that have gone through trauma, many people that are going through a lot of jacked up things, but they still have decided that, you know what, even no matter what has happened, I will still leverage this as an opportunity for success to move forward. And I acknowledge we are affected by our childhood experiences. We are affected even by our adult experiences. Maybe you've gone through a nasty divorce just 2 years ago, and that really set you off differently. But I still say we can choose to let go or choose to move on, choose to forgive. Doesn't mean we can't remember the hurt we've had. We can't remember the nasty words, can't remember what's happened to us, but we can still choose what the path forward is about. It's a choice, and this is mindset, ladies and gentlemen. This is mindset, Alexandria Nicole. It's mindset. We've talked, of course, about Kobe Bryant, the mindset to win, and showed other aspects of life. And I find the best business owners, watching the videos, the viral videos of the people interviewing other successful business owners, they had the opportunity to figure it out. Marie Forleo has a book, Everything is Figure Outable. The headline says it all. Everything is Figure Outable by Marie Forleo. Everything is figure outable. It was figure outable 20 years ago. You go to the library and look it up. Ask somebody about it. Ask an elder. And today, there's no excuse. You just go to Chat, GPT, Perplexity, Claude, any AI tool and ask it. And the whole library is at your fingertips, not even searchable like Google has brought us for the last 30-something years, whatever it's been. But now it's a narrative writing. You can just click, and somebody can like talk to you like a mentor right in front of you with AI. So you have to be able to figure it out. It's not easy. It's not comfortable, I know, but we have to be able to accept the fact that it's not easy, accept the fact that it's not comfortable, and then we have the opportunity to thrive in it, Glenda. Glad you're here. Glenda says it best. And by the way, if you have any questions, comments, keep them coming. Would love to engage with you today. Those of you here with me live, answer your questions, ask me questions, give me your thoughts. Love your input here, Glenda. Your mindset is how you move forward with gratitude. That absolutely, Glenda Kroll, is one aspect of mindset. Do you have gratitude? Are you thankful? Or is all you are thinking about the negativity of the situation, which is definitely not good for anyone? No, I do want to say it's not winning in a vacuum. This is not some pie in the sky thing. We're saying you can just win. Everybody could be a winner. Everybody cannot be a winner. It won't happen that way. Everybody would be a multimillionaire. There would be no problems. We need no police. Everybody is not going to be a winner. That's a lie. But I do want to say it's not about winning in a vacuum. What are you making the choice to learn? What are you making the choice to educate yourself about? What podcasts are you hearing? What shows are you hearing? What blogs are you signed up for? What events do you invest in and go to? Do you leverage the power of SCORE, score.org, free consulting services for small businesses? Do you invest in your business and hire somebody like Alexandra Nicole to be a business coach for you? What are you investing in? What you pour into yourself, what you bring into yourself, the results will show. The results will show. Kobe Bryant's example is not an example of accident. It's purposeful practice, purposeful showing up, purposeful pushing through, purposeful saying, even with the pain, I will still win and dominate. Even with the pain, I will still push through. And here's the thing about those who push through. It starts often with you being alone. It starts often with, indeed, you being the only one, Lane Simmons. It starts often with that. But then oftentimes the first person is an encouragement for the other people around them. And then it doesn't get so lonely because other people embrace your mission. But you have to be willing to first go through the muck, go through the mire, and start oftentimes alone. Glenda Kroll, love your comment here. Always learning from the fails. Yes, indeed. Sales is not easy. I was on a call with a future client yesterday. They said, Ramon, well, we're not quite interested in this. We're interested in that. It's up to me to figure out how to best serve them. It's not up to them. Had a call today with a brand partner. They said, hey, Ramon, we can't do it today. We'll have to do it next week. It happens. It's life. It happens. So my question to you, will you take the failures? Will you take the no's? Will you take the rejections as ladders, as steps in the ladder to keep propelling you forward, as rungs on the rope to keep moving you forward? Or will you take the rungs in the ladder, the fails in the ladder, as steps that will keep you behind? It's your choice to make. It's your choice to make. Are you able to learn? Are you willing to learn from the fails? This is a question you get to decide. Again, you take a look at Will Smith's movie. Eric Gardner, I believe, is the character he was playing, the story he was playing in The Pursuit of Happiness. Failure after failure after failure after failure after failure. And he had a small child that he was responsible for, which made it even more difficult. It wasn't just him alone. It wasn't just him and his ex or his wife. It was him and his child too, sleeping in train stations and more. So these stories are not unique. Some of you may have been through these stories, but still, if you have the mindset to go forth and conquer, you will succeed with a bit of luck too. And for me, a lot of God's grace. This is what it means, ladies and gentlemen. Alexandra Nicole says here, You have to first value yourself and have a growth mindset before you invest in yourself. It's hard to invest in yourself. It's hard to go to the gym. It's hard to do those first push-ups. It's hard to do those first stretches if you don't even know why you're doing it. Something has to be a catalyst. Something has to be a spark inside you that will propel you, that will push you, that will take you forward to do it. Why do you think our special forces invest so much in training? Because they're taking young men, taking young women, whatever the force, military, Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, the principle's the same, and changing their mindset to a winner's mindset, changing their mindset to a team mindset, changing their mindset that the mission must succeed mindset, changing their mindset, yes, giving them the tools, giving them the training that they can have a higher degree of success, but it's also part of mindset to not give up, to not quit. As Alexandria said, first, they got to fix the mindset. First, they got to fix inside here. First, they got to fix what's happening here. Once they fix inside here, then the rest will follow. Then the rest will follow. But this is what it takes. This is what it takes. LaShawn, I love what you're saying here. You've had to encourage yourself. I'm in that season as well. As the slow seasons of business swirl around many of us, there's no one cheering us on. There's no one celebrating us on. There's no one saying, yeah, 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 yeah. Thank God for my wife who told me yesterday, Ramon, I'm praying for you. That meant so much to me. But we don't have a whole army of people on benches. Yay, LaShawn, yay. No, it's oftentimes just you and your cat, you and your dog, you and your parakeet, or you and no one. Notwithstanding the greater group of people who are possibly pulling you down and saying you can't do it. You can't do it. But that faith is so important. The faith to propel us forward. The faith to move us forward. And I love what Glenda's saying. That faith is important. Always believe that everything works out for the better no matter what, even if it doesn't work out for the better, because sometimes it may not. The house may burn. You may get fired. The client may say no. But you still have the faith to know that, hey, there's another day. There's another opportunity, another door I can knock on. Everybody, my name is Ramon Ray. I started 5 companies, sold 3 companies, authored 5 books. Got 2 adult children, both living over 5 hours away from me. Married 30 years, my wonderful wife, Ronnie. And this is who I am, talking to a man who's not had the perfect lifestyle, but I haven't gone through muck and abuse and all kind of things like some of you have, but it's not been perfect. I've gone through debt, gone through failures, gone through this and that not working. I've had to push myself forward, Lane. I've had to be my own cheerleader and push myself forward. And that's part of what it is. Are you able to sit up, suck up, and cheer yourself forward? As I've demonstrated with the best of the best in sports, the best of the best in military, the best of the best in life, to cheer yourself forward. This is the message of the day today, that mindset is the game changer in business. When you're sitting up late at night, sitting up at 3 a.m. in the morning and your WordPress site is down, are you able to take the time to figure it out yourself? And if you can't figure it out, to get help. If you say, Ramon, I don't have the money to get it done, are you able to find somebody else that can help you do it? And maybe you can enlist them to help you in some barter, or they can just get it done at the goodness of their heart, because this is the season that you're in. I love what Deborah Williams is saying here. Grateful for the opportunities. Grateful for the opportunities in the midst of having a dry season, in the midst of things not being as perfect and as flush as they should be. We can still move forward even in the midst of the dry season. Craig Caruso is a man who's gone through this as well. He has not had the best of health for many, many years. He's been very open of that, gone through several things he's publicly shared, surgeries and more, but he's still here. He's still showing up. He's still going forward. So this is the question of the day today. Mindset is the game-changing difference, and this is a business show for the most part. But will you choose to go forward, or will you choose to crumble? My name is Ramon Ray. This is the Celebrity CEO Show on the Rundown with Ramon. Get to know me better at CelebrityCEO.com. Looking for a speaker for your next event? Get to know me at CelebrityCEO.com. Looking for help in your business to publish your book, get your podcast done, be better on social media, speak better on stage, get publicity for your business, leverage the power of video? Go to CelebrityCEO.com. Contact me. Let me know where you're stuck, how I can help you and serve you, and who I can connect you with. But this is the power of progress. It's the game-changing differentiation is those who choose to say, I will not quit. Those who choose to say, I will not stop. Those who choose to say, I will press forward. And those who choose to give up and stop. It's a choice. It's a choice. The question I have for you, Craig, is what choice will you make? The question I have for you, Glenda, is what choice will you make? The question I have for you, Deborah, is what choice will you make? The question I have for you, Lane, is what choice will you make? The question I have for you, Alexandria, is what choice will you make? The question I have for you, Ayanna, is what choice will you make? And we all have that choice to make. Seth Godin had a popular book. I don't know if I have it on my shelves here, but it says what to do when it's your turn, and it's always your turn. We have the choice to move forward in progress, or we have the choice to not do that. Thank you, Sheila, for that. Look at that, jumping out right there. I was talking about WordPress metaphorically, depending on the problem it is. It could be WordPress, could be video, could be mindset. Maybe you need help in your family and your marriage. But look here, we got a community member here, Sheila Slick. If you ever come across someone that needs help, doesn't have the money, send them to me. Thank you, Sheila, for standing up and saying that. You can find Sheila Slick on X. Thank you, Sheila. Appreciate you for sharing. Thanks for being here. Thanks for jumping in and raising your hand. And this is part of mindset, everybody. There's those people who choose to stay in their seat, those people who choose to not show up, those people who choose to, maybe they show up, but they choose to sit back and hide. But be like Sheila, who chose to stop hiding. She chose to stand up, sit up, and make her voice be heard. Some of you may have seen my campaign. I had a major speech that I gave at Creative Con called Stop Hiding. Stop Hiding. Those of you who want to go on that journey with me, check out StopHidingNow.com. StopHidingNow.com. Take that pledge. And hopefully I'll get the video of my talk in the coming days and be able to share that with you. But stop hiding. It's time to stop hiding. Because if we hide, we may be hiding and somebody else wanted to see or needed to see our light. And that we could have encouraged them. What's interesting about athletes is that the first person to get out has the hardest job. They've had to encourage themselves, or their coach to encourage them, and then other people join them, seeing them on the court or on the field. Same thing in the military. That's why the officers, no matter what it is, they go forth, they raise the flag and encourage everybody else to come with them, because we all have fear. Leaders show up, as LaShawn says. And even if it's not the military, if it's not sports, you may have your child looking at you. You may have your son looking at you. You may have your daughter looking at you. You may have your wife or your husband or your nephew or your niece looking at you. Everybody, my name is Ramon Ray. This has been a brand new edition of The Rundown. Share it out. Hit the like button, hit the share button. Take a screenshot if you're watching this somewhere. Let people know. Send it to me. My name is Ramon Ray. If you're looking for a speaker for your next event, definitely let me know. RamonRay.com, RamonRay.com, RamonRay.com. Don't forget to sign up for our flagship site, ZoneOfGenius.com. ZoneOfGenius.com, our flagship site, where we provide insight and information to help businesses grow to the next level. ZoneOfGenius.com. And of course, you're looking for information on how to grow your personal brand. Some of you like Instagram, I know. Find me on Instagram at Ramon Ray Smart Hustle. Ramon Ray Smart Hustle. Take your pick. And you can just DM me at Celebrity CEO. DM me the keyword Celebrity CEO or CelebrityCEO.com. My name is Ramon Ray. This has been a brand new edition. Hope the show was useful for you. Hope you liked it. Hope you learned. You are so welcome, Lane. Glad you're here. Hope I inspired you and motivated you to move on and move forward and be the best version of yourself. Nope, you'll never be Kobe Bryant. There's only one of him. No, you may not be in special forces, only a few million of those warriors over the years. No, you will never be Will Smith, there's only one of him, and you definitely won't be Eric Gardner, there's only one of him. But I tell you this, you can be LaShawn, you can be Lane, you can be Craig, you can be Alexandria, you can be Deborah, you can be Glenda. You can be the best version of yourself who God made you to be. Be blessed. Have an amazing, beautiful, beautiful day today. And thanks for joining me on The Rundown with Ramon, the Celebrity CEO Show. Don't forget to check me out and get to know me better at CelebrityCEO.com. Be blessed. Thanks for being here. Have an amazing, amazing day.